Hey everybody, it's Robert, and I wanted to jump in on this triangle challenge. I got one or two in there that I've made for Pestleman, but I'll get to those in a little bit. Just wanted to show you these. A lot of these are out of that flint like Jonesy sent for me to do my little napping. So that's a quartzy right there. Some that are made out of root beer flint like this one. And then that's obviously heat treated. That one right there is the crystal one that Terry found, and out at a place where the old fella gave us permission. We had found tons of crystal flakes out there, and I kept saying, I know there's a crystal point out here. Somebody's going to end up finding it. I don't know how many times we went out there and looked. Sometimes we'd come home with some good stuff, and sometimes we'd just come home skunked, but she saw that one and said, I either found a crystal point or a piece of glass. Come here. So I ran over there, and sure enough, it was a little crystal Madison. She was excited. Usually she lets me tote the points around so she don't lose them, but that one she didn't. I don't know what the deal was. That one's heat treated, obviously. Gray. That is a eared yadkin. I have to slow that down because I can't say eared yadkin fast. I end up saying yeared. Yeared Atkin. Pretty nice. Got some cool little ears. It's got a ridge right down the middle, and then it's Plano convex. It's just flat on the side, so pretty nice. That one. This is the one that I tried to model. That first one that I made for Jonesy, the biggest one. I didn't make it out of a flake. I took a rock and I just pounded it out all the way down. I did use a flake to make a tiny one with, but I wanted to try to match the flaking pattern to this, just as random as it could be. But I just wanted to make that first one look really authentic. So, and I don't have those in here to compare it. I left them. These points I'm showing right here, these are all, that's a quartzy. These are all first year points. No, this year's points. We found all these this year. Same with these. There's another root beer one. Let me see if I can let you see that. Yeah, you can see how the translucent is on that. Some more of those. And I'm inside today. Sorry about the lighting. It's raining outside here in Northeast Georgia. That's a really good one. Out of quartz. I found that one. Another one of those, like root beer looking. And then Tyler found these two right here. This crystal one. Well, the tip is crystal. It's vein quartz. It's a shame that the tip is broke. Man, what a gorgeous point. That one ear is crystal. That tip is crystal. Boy, yeah. Nice one. He was so excited when he came home with that one. He also found this one. He found this one out at one of Sean's spots, Dead Man's Curve. And it's a bit crude, but a yadkin nevertheless. And yadkins are easily one of my favorite points. Of course, I'm a Dalton freak. We don't find many Daltons here, but yadkins are about the closest we get. So he found this one also, Tyler did. It's a nice, it's kind of got that concave base. Almost looks like the Star Trek symbol. Again, all this early, or this real late, I should say, stuff that the Madisons or whatever, which is mainly what we find, Madisons and Hamiltons when it comes to that. Just like Great Basin Man was saying, you know, right there at the end, they got down to business and went with the triangle. It tended to work. They're all real young, and the flaking tends to be really random. This one is really kind of cool. It's tiny and, you know, it's like a little piglet, but it was found right here where this Madison, Yadkin, whatever. But this one, the base is ground all the way around inside that little ear, and it's beveled. And they used it up. And it's left-hand beveled, so I don't think it's a Dalton. Maybe a Palmer or something along those lines, but that one ear is crystalled. Here's another little bitty quartzy. This is one of the bigger, to be honest with you, bigger flint points we found. It may even be rhyolite, I'm not sure. It does have some crazy looking inclusions in it. Here's another one. It's got like a little notch on that side. I found this one. It's pretty crystal too. I don't know if you can see how. Can't really. You can see the shadow of my finger, but that's a nice one. Tyler found this one out at a spot, and when it was laying on the ground before, he's one that he sees that he reaches down, but he's seen this one as we were walking back to the car, and man, what a killer. We'd walked right by it. It's not ground. When I first saw it laying there, I was thinking, what in the world? So I'm guessing it's young. It's not beveled or anything like that, but you can see it's, let me see if I can, I don't know if you can see that little crack that runs through there. And then it's how it's even together, I don't know, but you see that crack right there? That crack runs all the way around. See it running through the tip? It runs all the way around, so that whole front piece right there, I don't know how it stays together, but it does. That's quartz for you. And then, I want to say I found this one, I can't remember. This is I want to say a Yadkin. It's got a little bevel right down that side right there, where it's been resharpened a little bit, but not ground that I can tell. Those are all last year's. That was our first year hunting last year. I found my first point in April. And then all the trouble began. Pestleman. Here's the ones I made. This is out of Navaculite. This was right after I first started napping. I hadn't been napping long. I actually got this rock, this Navaculite, from Real Headhunter. Appreciate that, buddy. And then this is a little bitty quartzy that I made, getting ready for the challenge from Jonesy. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and try to work on one of these. You can see that little tiny flaking on the side. And then after Pestleman was saying, went ahead and put this one together out of a piece of quartz I found out here. Let's see if I can get. I got a new phone. Let me see how I'll get this thing on. Ooh wee. These cell phones are a joke. So yeah, that's a pretty good one, and obviously it's vein quartz. So, and then the two best ones I think that we've ever found. We hadn't been hunting long when Tyler found this one. I think it was his second point ever. That's when he started going, Dad, when he get real excited. I knew he had a good one. So that was a good one. And then the one of the very first ones I ever found. Everybody, if you've watched any of my videos, you have obviously seen this point. It's my background for our page. But I think it's a Yadkin. I've been told it's a Santa Fe or a Capina or a Yadkin. I've been told it's a Dalton. I've been told it's a lot of things. So I've decided that I'm going to get some Daltons that I know are Daltons, and try to get a quartz Yadkins, and I'm just going to study up, and I'm going to figure out what it is on my own. Base seam's ground. You can see that little ear. You can barely kind of see that little ear. This one's kind of rounded off. The thing about this point is it's where a Dalton point is right hand beveled, this point is beveled down this left side, so that's what makes me think it's not a Dalton. Beveled all the way up onto the ear, just a little bit right there. So either way, what a great point. I've got hours of holding that point in my hand. So that is our triangle challenge entry. Sorry that it ran up to 10 minutes to look at a bunch of triangles. I tried to go fast. But either way, as always, thanks for your comments. Thanks, Pestleman, for the challenge and the opportunity to show off my baby one more time, and a couple of homemade jobs, and tried to throw a couple stories in there too. So thanks again, as always, y'all.